Welcome to the Weather Guru Tropical Update for July 15th, 2025. This is for Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. We're going to be looking at specifically the Gulf of America basin and the Atlantic Ocean basin. Right now, not much is going on. This is in the middle of July for the Atlantic Ocean basin, far out by the African coast. Water temperature is just too cool right now, and also we have a lot of Saharan air dust in the far Atlantic. As well, we also have wind shear coming across there. So hostile environment for the far Atlantic as well as the Caribbean Sea. Not much going on. A few showers impacting the Lesser Antilles, but nothing crazy. But coming to the Gulf of America in the next 48 hours, we have a medium 40% chance, as well as through the next 7 days, of some type of development with this tropical disturbance that's hanging along a trough here that's extended anywhere from Jacksonville all the way back over to New Orleans here. The center of circulation is currently located south of Jacksonville, somewhere along between St. Augustine, Flagler Beach, and Daytona Beach. And it's an elongated area of, it's not developed a surface low, that's where the surface low is at, but it's an elongated area of low pressure here, kind of a gyre. And we can look at it on the satellite here. You can see kind of like reminiscent of a Central American gyre. What I mean by that is that this broad area of circulation here, of low pressure here. And so it's going to be a slow development, but even if it does develop, a lot of models have it taken over land very quickly. So it may get minimal tropical depression status or maybe minimal tropical storm status before it's all said and done by next week Friday. But we just have to wait and see it throughout the next 7 days. You can see explosive convective showers here along I-75 here in Gainesville through Ocala, back toward just north of Tampa, Spring Hill, and over toward Cedar Key and all that area, and then over toward Apalachicola. You see another disjointed showers here back to Apalachicola along US 98. If we come on from Apalachicola to Port St. Joe, back over toward Panama City Beach, PCB Beach, and of course Destin area in Panama and Pensacola. So these showers along the area will continue here. You can see the models are all in tight agreement here. The early track forecast as of today, Tuesday, July 15th, 2025, has it going right along the I-10 corridor, basically just kind of meandering along there, anywhere from Lake City, Tallahassee, Pensacola, Mobile, Hattiesburg, Biloxi, back into New Orleans here. Now, if there is development, most of the models are hinting at development, tropical storm development, just before it gets into New Orleans. And it'll be our next named storm. We'll get a D name. I believe that's Dexter, but please don't quote me on that. It'll be the D named storm here that we're looking at here in the next 72 to 120 hours here, if it can hold together. This thing has it going over a lot of land real estate here, and it won't be over open water that much until after it passes Pensacola and the Mobile Bay and Orange Beach and Perdido Key and all of that. So and that's only a little bit of real estate left before it gets into New Orleans, if it was going to make that track holds together like all the consensus models here have gotten. Now, 40% chance. This could up to a 50% chance probably by tomorrow. It just depends on how things go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Invest 93 Lima, 93 Lima here, 93L. And you can see the reason why it has a lot going against it is a lot of dry air, it's humid air, and there's also wind shear. And it just doesn't have, it's not organized. It's not a very strong low pressure center at the surface. Now, of course, the upper level winds are favorable for this system for development. But in terms of the mid and lower level atmosphere, you have it here. You have a cluster of showers, but they're all disjointed. Nothing is organized. Nothing is that central, typical, classic cluster that we look for a depression or tropical storm to form here, ladies and gentlemen. So just something to keep in mind here, something to watch over the next 7 days here. So in all interest from let's say from Pensacola, Mobile over to New Orleans, to keep a close eye on this storm through Friday, Saturday, and the weekend here for any development. In any event, it's going to be a lot of rainmaker anyway, because we have this tropical burst of moisture that's going to continue anywhere from southwest Florida all the way across here to New Orleans. So just look out for that as well. Now, the hazards that we face here back at home for the lower 48 mainland here, just looking at that, just heat and storms, basically, ladies and gentlemen. We have heat in the mid-Mississippi Valley from Greenville, Tupelo, Mississippi, Memphis, Little Rock, Arkansas, Conway, Arkansas, back in Alexandria, Hammond, Louisiana. Hello to you guys. All of you guys are in heat advisories in orange, along with Huntsville, Muscle Shoals, down toward Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Jasper, Alabama, back into the Panhandle, of course, and the heat's there, back from anywhere from the South Georgia, Bainbridge, Lake Seminole, back toward Mariana, Jackson, Grand Ridge, Apalachicola, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Cottonwood, Cottondale, and those areas like that. Now you have flood watches again in green. This extends into Florida too as well for that heavy tropical rain I showed you here. So anywhere from Tampa, Spring Hill, Bradenton, back over toward Paris, back into Polk County, Lakeland, up into Spring Hill, and Hernando, Citrus and Hernando County, Sumter County with 75 meets Wildwood and all that area, and back up into Ocala, Marion, and all those areas, and then back into New Orleans here, Slidell Parish, Plaquemines Parish, Houma, back towards just to the east of Lake Charles and all those Cameron, those areas. You guys are under a flood watch with this heavy rain that's going to be coming your way, and it's going to be this tropical moisture that's going to continue regardless of tropical development here. Texas, same thing with you guys. Kerrville to the west and the Texas Hill Country still under that warning. Now out in the upper plains, we have extreme heat warning here for the Minneapolis, St. Paul, Twin Cities, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, Sheboygan, upper UP of Michigan, Iron Mountain, Marquette. Heat warnings in effect for you in pink and purple, so take it easy, drink a lot of fluid. Same thing with Nebraska, Kearney, Nebraska. You guys in South Dakota, Pierre, under those heat warnings. Now out west, the same thing is dry, but it's more of a red flag burn warning. East of Las Vegas, east of Carson City, east of Utah, Salt Lake City, Cottonwood Canyon, down towards Moab and St. George, Utah. You're included in this red flag warning with no burn bans, please. And then we have the same. The heat in the Central Valley is building on the 99 freeway here, just to the northwest of Fresno and Bakersfield and Tracy and Lodi, to the south of the San Francisco Bay Area. You're under that heat advisory as well. So is the Pacific Northwest. We don't want to forget about our friends up there. You're under a heat advisory for Seattle, Bellingham, down toward Tacoma, Federal Way, across the Richard Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass. There's a red flag warning for dry air that's and low humidity values that, so be very careful there. Same thing in the Oregon area, in the Dalles, and 80 coming along 84 there. There's a heat advisory for Portland and Vancouver, Oregon, and those areas south of town. Coos Bay, just to the east of there, in those areas. Be very careful. There's heat advisories. I know a lot of people don't have AC in those areas in the Pacific Northwest, so stay cool, drink a lot of water, wear light clothing. Now, the little flood watch in Arizona here, this is part of the monsoonal moisture that's coming up here for Sierra Vista, areas south of the border there, Sierra Blanco, Tucson, the Oro Valley, all those areas. Hello to you guys. You want to watch out for flood watch in green here as this monsoonal moisture continues through all of Tuesday and Tuesday night, July 15th, 2025. The Northeast, we don't want to forget about you, our friends. Heat advisories in orange here continuing for Rochester, Buffalo, up toward Watertown, over toward Utica and the New York State Thruway, coming along the New York State Thruway there from Utica to Rome, back into Albany, the Capital District, up to the Queensbury, 87 District, down through the Hudson River Valley, Poughkeepsie, and into town here. Brooklyn, hello, and Queens, hello to you. Heat advisory. Stay cool, stay dry, and we're there. This has been the Weather Guru update for Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. Tropical update included. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you on the next episode, and take care. Blessings.